Let's spend the next few days together. Welcome back to another video. So today I decided to pick up the camera and vlog over the next few days. We have had a very busy week. It has been a week of a lot of new adjustments. Luca and Leo started school on Monday, and Alex hasn't started school yet because we've had issues with his enrollment. It's just taken forever, but we just got back from his school, and he's officially enrolled. Today is Wednesday. He starts on Friday. And here in Spain, he's starting like the equivalent of high school. It's called an instituto here. So like an institute, I guess. And I'll get into my feelings probably later in the video. I'm having a lot of culture shocks as a mom here. Well, first of all, just the fact that middle school here is considered high school. So you have like 12-year-olds all the way to like 16-year-olds here, because after the age of 16, school is optional from my understanding. So that alone is already a culture shock. But there are so many other things that I will probably go into at some point. But the funniest thing happened. We were leaving the school and there were like school faculty just like around the entrance preventing kids from like getting out. And they looked at me like very like stern and said, "Where are you going?" And I'm like, "I just enrolled my son to school." They're like, "Oh, okay." So they thought I was a student. George was cracking up. He thought it was hilarious. But anyway, I'm about to make some breakfast for George and Alex and for myself. Probably gonna make something quick like avocado toast with egg or something. But yeah, a lot of adjustments. Real life starts now for all of us. Here, George, the kids, and then I just have to get back into a routine of doing everything here. So yeah, anyway, let's spend the next few days together. I'm going to make myself some iced coffee. I have been craving an iced coffee for the longest. I got this coffee machine when we first moved here and I like it, but it is so loud. It is so loud. So right now it's gonna clean itself. When you first turn it on, it cleans itself. And then you can go in and make your coffee. I can do a doppio or I can do espresso. I can do coffee. So I'm going to do just an espresso, because if I do doppio, it overflows. So I'm just gonna do espresso flour. Then I'm going to add some Oatly. You can find Oatly here at a department store where they have a grocery store inside as well. And I got the barista edition, and we end up buying our own ice at the store just because we don't have an ice maker. We have a freezer, but we don't want to keep like filling in the ice cube tray. I forgot what they were called for a minute. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of oat milk, add the first shot, and normally I let it cool down so it doesn't make it doesn't melt the ice, but I don't have time for that right now. And I'm gonna do 2 more shots, and then I'm gonna add some salted caramel syrup that I brought from the US. I'm about to do some laundry right now, but I want to show you guys something. So I don't know if you guys can see these blinds, but these are called persianas. They're very popular here in Spain, and I'm sure in a lot of places in Europe. I've had plenty of people tell me that live in other European countries that they're very common there too. And they're like blackout blinds, and they're perfect for like nap time, like siesta time here. So they're outside, as you can see, so they're not even inside, which is nice. And this area right here is where we hang up our clothes to dry. So we have a dryer, but we don't really use it that much because it takes forever. And if I can just dry my clothes like this, it's better. And then also don't really know how to use it, so I have to look for a video or something to help me use it right. But it's a different type of dryer, so I just decided to just hang my clothes. But that is something that I had some trouble getting used to at first. Like, it was just different, but now I actually prefer it, and I usually listen to something while I'm doing this, and I don't know, it's therapeutic. Hopefully you guys can hear me because there's a baby crying, but I remember I posted about this online and showing myself hanging up the clothes, and I had so many people leave me comments saying that I was doing it wrong, and I am down this rabbit hole on TikTok on tips on how to hang dry your clothes, because I want to make sure that I'm doing it right. I didn't know that there was a wrong way to do it, you know? But I have my little bin right here where I have all the clothespins so that I'm able to just keep them all in one place. So right now I'm getting the clothes from yesterday, and then I'm going to hang up Alex's clothes because that was what I was washing today. Now, if we want to go to, we can wash our sheets here, but it just takes longer to dry. So we're probably gonna have to go to a laundromat one of these days to make sure that we are able to wash everything and everything gets dry like all at once, and then we have clean sheets for the day. This is the middle of the building. As you can see, this is where people fold their clothes, so you can't see this from the street, which I really like. But somebody dropped their bra over there, and that's actually happened to me in the past. I've dropped a towel and then some undergarments, and I was so embarrassed because I had to go and ask my neighbor from downstairs to get it for me. So it was very awkward. I almost let it go the first time. I was like, I'm not even gonna go pick it up. I'm just gonna let it stay there, and I'm not gonna do anything. But I went because it was just there for days. Like that bra has been there for maybe about a week. So that's my biggest fear, always dropping something. Back from the grocery store. So here's my little cart that I always take with me, and then this bag I just have because I had bread and I didn't want to squish it, and then this is the stuff that didn't fit. These Trader Joe's bags have been great. All right, let's start with the yellow bag. I'll show you guys what I got. First thing I got is some salmon. This is just for Alex and I because George can't eat salmon. He's actually allergic, and he developed the allergy like maybe when we were 23, 22, 21, 22, something like that. I got a sweet potato, some diced up meat. I got some air fresheners for the boys' room and for our room so that it smells a little bit more fresh. I got a washing machine cleaner because it's starting to smell a little bit. They had these new chocolates there, and I love chocolate, so I decided to get these. This is like panko kind of, but it's so good. It's perfect to make like chicken tenders and like a Chick-fil-A type of chicken. It's so good. Listen, I'm in that period where I just want to eat everything, if you know what I mean. If you're a girl, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So it was a bad idea for me to go by myself. So I got some chips. These are probably my favorite chips from Mercadona, which is the grocery store that I go to. Alex likes these Doritos bits. They don't taste like regular Doritos. They're actually really good. I'm telling you, this is a bad idea. More chocolates. This is the cookies and cream one though. Some pineapple, some cut up pineapple, because there's this thing right now at the grocery store that we go to that if you go and buy a pineapple and you stand in a certain aisle at a certain time, you are pretty much looking for a partner. So I couldn't find any regular pineapples. So I had to get the cut up one. So they're calling it like Tinder in Spain right now. These little yogurt pouches for Luca and Leo's, not Luca, Leo's lunch, only because Luca doesn't like them. Alex asked for some mini Oreos. These toilet bowl things that just go on the seat and then they just keep the toilet clean. Some crackers. Luca loves these crackers. A deodorizer for the fridge. Some gum to have in my purse. I got some raspberries, some bananas, some eggs. This is like a disinfectant multi-use or multi-purpose cleaner because I ran out. Some ground beef, bagels, rice cakes for Luca, some deli turkey meat, and then I saw these, and again, this was such a bad idea for me to go by myself, but this pistachio ice cream. I have never liked pistachio stuff, and ever since we moved here, all I want is pistachio flavored ice cream, just anything. It's so good. We got some water. We really need to invest in like a water dispenser. We do have a Brita, but that doesn't last. We drink a lot of water. Well, they drink a lot of water. I need to drink more water. Some ice. And then the last bag is just bread, a baguette. Well, this is brioche bread, so I use this for French toast, sandwich bread, and some mandarins. All of this was 81 euros and like some change. This will probably last us about, some of it will last us like a couple days, some of it will last us a week. So we have to go to the grocery store like maybe every 3 days. And that's just because the portions are so much smaller here that they don't last, and my boys just eat. So they eat a lot. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna put all this stuff away and then continue doing laundry, and then I'm just going to relax and play with the boys. It is 6:15 and I just woke up to hang out by myself for a little bit before the day gets started. I'm trying to do the same thing I did in the US, except without the gym because the gyms don't open here until like 7. So I'm trying to find a way to incorporate the gym because I haven't worked out in a very long time and it's starting to get to me. So, but I'm still trying to incorporate waking up early, having my devotional, having time for myself before everybody wakes up. And then around like 7:15, 7:30, I wake up the boys and I'm going to get them ready for school. We are going to go have breakfast with my in-laws later today after we drop off the boys. And then Alex is going to start getting ready for school. Like we're going to go buy him a pair of shoes and then go give him a haircut somewhere. So anyway, just wanted to say good morning and let's see what the day brings today. Just finished making the boys snacks. I was gonna say lunch, but they don't have lunchtime at school. They have snack time before they go out to play, but they actually don't have lunchtime. They have lunch after school, so you have the option to leave them at the school after school so they can have lunch, or you can pick them up and bring them home with you, which is different, but I also think it's kind of nice. So I remember on the first day of school, like a few days ago, I posted a video showing the lunch that I made for the boys. I packed a lot because I didn't know what to expect and I was eating alive. Like people were saying that I was overfeeding my children and all these different things. But I learned that they don't need as much, so they just have fruit and I give them a little bit more because I want them to have options, and if they don't finish it, they don't finish it and they'll finish it at home, which is what has been happening. So this is for Luca and the other one was for Leo. I'm making them some waffles. I got a mini waffle maker from Amazon. It hurts because I had like 2 or 3 back in the US and I had to buy everything because the plugs are just different here, so I couldn't bring all of my appliances. But I'm gonna finish packing everything for them and we should be heading out here in a little bit. Good morning, it is 6 a.m. I'm just waking up. It is Friday today. I cannot believe we made it till Friday. Oh my goodness, this week has felt so long, yet also I feel like it went by so fast, but we did it. We are almost done with the first week of school. Okay, here's an update. So Alex was supposed to start school today and he's not going to go because okay, so part of our visa process in our residency here in Spain, we have to go to a certain place to get our residency card. And you have to get an appointment to make one of those. And we have been trying to get an appointment since we moved here. We finally were able to get one for Alex for tomorrow, or for today, sorry. So we have to go and he has to miss school because he cannot miss this appointment. It's been so hard to be able to get an appointment in the first place. So we just can't risk canceling this appointment and then not getting another one. So we all have to go, but we're going on different dates. So we have to make a trip to different places at different times. So where we're going, I forget what it's called, but it's far. We have to take a bus, like not like a public transportation bus, but kind of like a Greyhound bus, but it's called Alsa here, and it was like the cheapest way to go. It's like $80 round trip for George, Alex, and myself. We were actually going to rent a car. We could have taken the tram, but it's just it takes way too long to go. And then we could have rented a car, but it's like I don't know how much, but it's cheaper to just take the bus, honestly. So it was just way too expensive. And they also didn't have any reservations too at the car rental place, which is weird. Point is, we're taking the bus. My in-laws are going to be so nice and they're going to take care of the 2 little ones and take them to school and then pick them up from school. We took them yesterday with us so they could see how to do everything. So I am so grateful. You guys, it's been so nice having my in-laws around. It just feels like such a relief to have family around. I cannot tell you. We have done it for so long without a village, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful, honestly. And I know so many people don't have the opportunity to have a village when you have kids. And we did that for, I mean, our whole marriage. We didn't really have anybody around because when we first got married, George was in the military. So we were by ourselves. And then when we had kids, we were still by ourselves. Then we moved to Texas and then we moved to Florida and now we're here. But here we actually have family, which is really nice. I'm gonna drink my coffee, spend some time by myself, and do a devotional before everybody wakes up.
and then we're gonna get this day started. I always wake up so swollen in the mornings. That's just my face. So I always use either like an ice roller or some eye patches to help with that. So I bought these Rare Beauty hydrating under eye patches when I went to the US, and I absolutely love these. They're a little pricey and they only come with like 8 pairs, but since I was there, I thought that I would buy them. I've been wanting to try them for forever, but you could only get them online. But I think now you can get them at most Sephora's. Now I'm gonna get my day started. The boys left to school with my in-laws. I decided to get dressed finally and we're about to leave. I'm wearing this Amazon set. I got it when I went to the US and some flats. And we're gonna leave here in about 2 minutes. We're probably gonna get something to eat before we leave, but I don't know if we'll have time. We are on the train. It's pretty much empty, so I'm trying not to be too loud. But I think we have like one more stop, and then we'll be at our destination. Then we'll go straight to our appointment. Our appointment's like at 11:45, and it's now 11. We're running a little bit behind because the bus was late, and I was freaking out because I thought it was going to just like not come and that we were at the wrong station. But we're good. We just finished. Everything went great. We were there for like 10 minutes and then we were right out, but we're gonna go get something to eat right now and then go to the bus station. Our bus doesn't leave till 2, so we definitely have some time. I did notice that people speak a lot more Valenciano here than they do where we live, so we ended up finding a Colombian place. So we're just walking to get some food. I haven't had Colombian food in so long. I woke up around 4:40, so I've been up for about an hour already, and I did my devotional. I'm drinking my coffee, and then I'm also watching a little bit of YouTube, just catching up on my favorite YouTubers. And I am going to start getting ready here soon just to get ready for the day. The day has finally come. Today is Alex's first day of school, and I am a little bit nervous. I feel very emotional. I was very emotional about Leo, but this one is just like a little bit more, I want to say, worrisome, but not at the same time. I don't know how to explain it. If you have preteens, you kind of understand. You may understand, maybe. Earlier in the video, I told you guys I would mention what I saw at the school that had made me a little bit worried. So I noticed that the kids are a lot different. You know, at this, I don't know if it's just in Spain in general or if it's just the school. I don't know. So I guess we'll find out as we go. But we saw a lot of things that were a little bit of a culture shock because, we saw kids doing things that kids may do in the US, but they're just not as open about it. Like, for example, they were smoking and they were smoking like outside the school. And Alex is very aware of the consequences of smoking and everything. Like, we've always been very open about that, and he learned that in school and everything. However, I just hope that he stays on the right path and he doesn't try to fit in by doing things like that, and hurting himself. And those are just like normal worries that parents have, right? And just the way that kids were, and I feel like I sound like I'm like clutching my pearls, which I promise I'm not like that. But maybe it was just a culture shock because it hit me. My child is going to high school technically here, which is called an instituto, and he is going to a public one. We are going to try and get him into a concertado, which is kind of like a charter school. That's the best way I can explain it. You pay some and then the government pays some too. So it's kind of like an in between public and private school. That, I think that's how, from my understanding, but they're kind of hard to get into. We are going to try and see if we can get them into one of those because they're a little bit more controlled, if that makes sense. Like, kids aren't out and about leaving the campus and smoking outside from what we saw. But I feel like my concerns are valid, I feel like they're not anything like crazy. When I say these things, I also want to be very respectful of the Spanish culture because, again, this is where we decided to live, and I don't want to come and judge and, and be disrespectful and all that. But it's just a little bit of a concern, and I want to share
the pros and the cons of living here. But when I talk about the cons, I get a little bit nervous because I don't want people to be like, "Oh, you see, you regret it. I knew you would regret it." Especially the people that were against it. I don't want them to take it as that because that's not what it is. It's just obviously every place is going to have its pros and cons and culture shocks and things that we're not used to. So I feel like I'm a little bit chatty for it being 5:40 a.m. But anyway, I just wanted to give you a little update. I'm gonna start getting ready here pretty soon and then wake up Alex, make him some breakfast, and I don't know, I can't believe he's going to a new school, and I just feel so emotional because I know what he's about to go through. I moved to the US when I was 7 years old. I was about to turn 8, going into second grade, and I remember not being able to speak English that well. Like, I knew how are you, have a nice day. I couldn't count past 20 in English. And I just remember the challenges that I went through, kids making fun of me, kids speaking English around me so that I wouldn't understand. Thankfully, I took that as a push so that I could learn English, and I was fluent within like 6 months to a year. Student of the month, winning spelling bees left and right. So I used that as motivation. So I hope he does the same. But anyway, just a little update. I feel like I've said that like 5 times already. So I am going to get my day started, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit.
All right, Alex is awake. He is getting himself ready, and I'm making him his breakfast. I forgot to tell you guys, but George is actually taking the two little ones to the residency card appointment. We just so happened to get appointments for them this Monday, which is so crazy because we had not been able to get appointments for anyone, and we happened to get them for all three boys within the same week, which is nice. Thankfully, I don't need to be there, so I can take Alex to school, and then he can go do that by himself. At least we can get this over with, which I am so grateful for. George and I still have to get our appointments. I think we were able to get one. I just don't remember if it was for me or for him. We have to double check. So get ready, like out the door ready. So have your shoes on. We have to be ready by 7:30, and then I have to check the bus. So it depends on the bus.
All right, I'm back home, and that was rough. My goodness, I have not cried this much at any school drop off ever. We got there, and as soon as I saw the school, I just started like getting teary eyed and everything. And then when I dropped him off, before I left, I talked to the counselor, and the counselor was very, very accommodating. He spoke English, so he was able to communicate some things with Alex just to make him feel a little bit more comfortable, and then also in Spanish. So it was nice. It was very, very nice. I feel at peace. But when I saw him walk away, I was like, I got very, very emotional. So on the bus ride home, I was just very quiet. But I'm home now. George is with the boys. I'm about to grab my stuff and then head out to a coffee shop to get some work done, and then edit a video, and then also do a few other things that I need to get done. So, yeah, let's go to this coffee shop.
It's a lot later. I am now leaving my house. I have finished editing. I went to the grocery store, and now I'm leaving to go get Alex for his first day of school. I cannot wait to see him and ask him how it went.
So it is the next day. It's Alex's second day of school, and I'm going to give you guys an update on how his first day went. I am so happy that he had such a good day. He did amazing. I am so relieved because I wanted him to have the best day, and I was so nervous for him. And they have like 3 classes, and then they have like a 20-minute break, and then they have another 3 classes, and they're out before 2 p.m., which is nice. So I think the point of them getting out of school at that time is so that they can have time to eat with the family. So you have the option of them eating at school, at least for the little ones. They can eat at school or they can eat at home with you. Alex, they didn't give me that option, but he just gets out of school before lunchtime. So he does get to eat at the school like during break. I just got back from picking up Luca and Leo from school, and George is picking up Alex. But everything went great. When I picked up Alex, he said that he was so relieved because he had such a good day. He said his teachers were great, his classmates were great, and then also what I like is that they don't have to switch classes or classrooms for every subject. They actually rotate teachers, so the teachers go in and out of the classes for every subject, which is different. But I kind of like that. I think that's cool because then you get to just be comfortable in your seat for the rest of the day. But anyway, that's how it all went, and I'm so happy that he had a good day. And then also the kids, the big kids and the smaller kids were not together, so he said he didn't see the older kids, which I thought that was interesting because they all go to the same school, but it's fine. So that's actually better so that he can be around kids his age. But all right, I'm going to end this video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if it's your first time here, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.